Sorry, actually, or is or of. So what is vijnanam? Etat jnanam eva vijnanam bhavati. That whatever jnanam is there in previous sloka, we discussed jnanam, that will become vijnanam. How? How jnanam will become vijnanam? That is being explained here. Yena paramatmana ekena yad vishwam anugatam yatha purvam ikshitam tatha na ikshata aymartaha ज्ञानदशायां परोक्षीभूतेन परमात्मना अनुगताः सर्वे परोक्षाः परोक्षीभूताः भावाः दृष्टाः विज्ञानदशायां तु एकः परमात्मा एव अपरोक्षीभूतः ईक्षितः भवति तद् अनुभवानन्दादेव तत् कार्याणां भावानां ईक्षणे अवकाशो न वेत् इति अद्वितीयात्मानुभवः. What is difference between jnanam and vijnanam? We have to understand this. In case of jnanam, twenty elements. And who is the cause? Cause of all this is Paramatma. So how then? So that's a practitioner should see these 28 elements as what? So they are all effects of Paramatma. 28 elements are what? Effect. Effect means what? Karyam. And what is Paramatma? Paramatma is Karanam. Paramatma is what? Karanam. Is cause. Paramatma is cause Karan. So that's why the practitioner will see Paramatma as the cause of all these elements. So in that state, practitioner is seeing all these elements, but all the time what he is reminded, so Paramatma is cause of all this. So in that jnanam state, that practitioner, is he able to see Paramatma directly? No. So he sees Paramatma aparokshena, means indirectly. He sees indirectly. Direct seeing Paramatma is not happening actually. Indirectly he. Indirectly means conceptually he is seeing. Conceptually. Not directly seeing Paramatma is happening. Parokshibhutaha bhavaha drishtaha. And he is seeing all these elements also, 28 elements. Parokshibhutena paramatmana anugataha sarve parokshibhutaha bhavaha drishtaha. All these elements, 28 elements, are seen as the effects of Paramatma. So they are all paroksha. That means indirect. So they are not directly Paramatma, all these 28 elements. They are all effects of Paramatma. That means they are all karyam of Paramatma. They are all coming from Paramatma. So here, so paroksha, there Paramatma is not directly seen. So all these elements are being products of the Paramatma. So they are all indirect. They are all indirect. They are not directly Paramatma. But in the case of vijnanam, what happens? In case of vijnanam, so case of vijnana happens. In case of vijnanam, this person is seeing directly, he sees directly Paramatma. Directly Paramatma he sees. That is known as vijnanam. विज्ञान दशायां तु एकः परमात्मा एव अपरोक्षीभूतः ईक्षितः. Where he sees Paramatma? In these 28 elements. In these 28 elements, what he sees? He sees Paramatma directly. In the case of Jnanam, he is seeing Paramatma indirectly. At the time, he is seeing 28 elements and thinking that these 28 elements are products of Paramatma. In that way, he is seeing Paramatma indirectly. Directly, Paramatma is not able to see in Jnanam. That means he is seeing 28 elements directly. That is meaning of seeing Paramatma indirectly. Because all these elements are products of Paramatma. That means these elements are indirect Paramatma. But in the case of Vijnanam, he is seeing Paramatma in 28 elements. So at that time, is he seeing 28 elements? He is not seeing 28 elements. He will not see. Ekaha. Paramatma eva aparokshibhutah. Directly. Seeing directly. Directly. He sees directly Paramatma. And bhavati tad anubhavanandena eva tat karyanam bhavanam ikshane avakaso na bhavet. Since he is seeing Paramatma, because of this experience, what happens? Bliss comes. Bliss. And because of this bliss, he is not able to see 28 elements. Anandadeva tatkaryanam bhavanam ikshane avakasho na bhavet. There is no time. So no time to see these 28 elements. No chance. So this is known as vijnanam. Okay. So this is in the case of jnani. Jnani's case. So jnanis, they do like this. They see Paramatma directly. So न भवेत इति अद्वितीय आत्मानुभवः. This is what? Advitiya. It's a glorious, unparalleled experience. ज्ञानदशायाम् एकेन परमात्मेन एव अनुगतानां कार्याणां सर्वेषां परमकारणात्मकत्वात् परमात्म ऐक्यमेव यदुक्तं तद् उपपादयति स्थिति इति सार्थेन. So what else? In Jnana Dasha, in the stage of Jnana, we know that all these 28 elements are the effects of Paramatma, and for all of them, Paramatma is the single cause actually. Parama Karanatmakatvat Paramatma Ikyam. So that's why, so you can see cause. Like when you see curd, you can see the cause milk also. When you see a wall, you can see the cause bricks. So here, that is the way, that is the meaning of jnanam actually, seeing cause. But that is indirect in the stage of jnana. So here in the 15th, what is said, 15th sloka. एतदेव हि विज्ञानं न तथैकेन येन यत् स्थित्युत्पत्त्यप्ययान् पश्येत् भावानां त्रिगुणात्मनां त्रिगुणात्मनां भावानां कार्याणां स्थित्युत्पत्त्यप्ययान् पश्येत् उत्पत्ति स्थिति प्रलयवत्वात् तेषाम् अनित्यत्वं पश्येत्. So all these elements which are coming out from the three gunas, they have creation They are created, they are maintained, and they have destruction. So that's why they are all temporary. Sarvakalika satyatva tesham asatyatvam jnaninah manyeran iti bhavaha. So jnani is low, then jnani is how they see these elements. So these elements have creation, maintenance, and destruction. And they are not there forever. Sarvakalika satyatva abhavat. Sarvakalika means past, present, and future. In all these times, it is not, these are all not existing. They have beginning, they have ending. Means they are not existing all in the past, present, and future. So that's why they are not satyam, asatyatvam.
Prabhuji, that diagram, can you just quickly, can you make us understand?
You want to see in diagram. So
This
those
one,
who,
this one, the down one. Yeah, this one.
so jnanis. Jnanis means those who possess jnanam and vijnanam. Jnana vijnana samanvitaha. So how they see these 28 elements? They see these 28 elements as anityam. They are not asatyam. They are asatyam. They are asatyam because the reason is they are not in past, present, and future. Anything to become satyam, it should be in the past, it should be in the present, it should be in the future. That means it should be in the all past, not for 1 hour before. Past, whatever is there, that. So 1 hour past, no. All past. From minus infinity to plus infinity. Time. It should be from the range of t, time, should be from minus infinity to plus infinity. The element which exists from minus infinity to the plus infinity, that is known as Satyam. Which is only existing just from t0, from minus 5 seconds or minutes or hours to some 5 element existing in this period. Can you say it is a Satyam? It is Asatyam. To become Satyam, it should be no beginning, no ending. Minus infinity means no beginning. Plus infinity means no ending. So then that element is, like example is Atma, Paramatma. These are all. Okay. These 28 elements. Here Purusha means not simply Jivatma. So Avidya Avrita Jivatma. That's a Jeev. We say Jiva. So it is changing. It is changing. It's this Avidya is not with that Jivatma permanently. Jiva is also changing. Because Jiva means what? Avidya Yukta Jivatma. Avidya is gone, na? Jiva is finished. Jivatma will be the permanent. Okay. So, jnanis. So that's why in the stage of when he reaches this stage, vijnanam stage is this. This is vijnanam. When after finishing Nishkama Karma Yoga, so they will leave home, they will leave all this karma and they will reach to Guru actually. Tadviddi pranipatena pariprasnena sevaya upadekshanti te gnanam gnaninas tattvadarshinaha. They are going to the Tattvadarshi Guru. Who is that Tattvadarshi Guru? That means who has realized this Vijnanam. So he will serve that Tattvadarshi Guru, and this Guru will give first what? Jnanam. He will give Jnanam. Then this sadhaka will practice Jnanam along with practicing other Jnanangas. Then finally he purifies his existence completely and he will increase his vidya. Finally, he come to the stage of vijnanam. That means tat padartham. He is seeing everywhere tat padartham. What is that tat padartham? Paramatma is tat padartham. Here, Paramatma is seen in the case in the stage of Gnanam, but indirectly. Is seen indirectly. But here in Vijnanam stage, Paramatma is seen directly. And then what about seeing these elements? He will not see those elements because of being bliss, full of bliss of seeing Paramatma. There is no chance. And what is the concept of their concept of these 28 elements? They are all temporary. They are not Satyam. So now the same thing happens in the right side also. So anyone wants to guess when what happens? This is Gnanam and Vijnanam. In right side, when we have Gnanam, what is the meaning of Gnanam in right side? Huh?
Servant of Krishna. And about ourself, but that on servant of Krishna.
Right side, no. Right side, how we see? What happens right side?
दृढ़ श्रद्धा
Yeah, Drashraddha means what? So Drashraddha, that I want to
कृष्ण
hear in the terms of.
कृष्ण is supreme personality of Godhead.
So how they see?
चतुश्लोकी भगवता अहम सर्वस्य प्रभु
Yes, Prabhu, Sakshi Prabhu.
अहम सर्वस्य प्रभु भक्तं सर्वं प्रवर्तते.
Aham Sarva. That means those who got Drashraddha, so they see creator in creation. That's the meaning of Drashraddha means what? Able to see creator in creation means what? In a conceptual way, only, indirectly. So that's why doing everything in Krishna consciousness means, so everything, all these 28 elements should be connected with, so Krishna actually. So that is known as Krishna consciousness. Able to see everything Krishna, but indirectly, but not directly he is able to see. Not directly. Krishna is cause of everything, all these elements. Ah, so that's why for that he is hearing Krishna's glories sufficiently. So that's why he cannot slip from Krishna consciousness even for a minute. There is no point of slipping from Krishna consciousness. So that's why doing service in Krishna consciousness means that only. Anything, everything he sees as it's everything of Krishna actually. And this same practitioner, when he reaches to Prema stage, so he will be directly seeing Krishna everywhere. That is known as Uttama. Sarva Bhutishu Yaha Pashyet. So in all the living entities, he is seeing Krishna directly here. And he is full of bliss. He is in the full of bliss. Supreme Bhakta. And he never see any kind of differences. So, but these people, these jnanis, they see Paramatma actually. And here, Ishta form actually. Worshipable form. Ishta means worshipable form. So worshipable form they see. Okay, next. So some jnanis, they see Brahman. Om Brahmarpanam Brahmahavihi Brahmagnau Brahmanahurtam Brahmaivatena Gantavyam Brahma Karma Samadhina. They see Brahman everywhere. And some jnanis, they see Paramatma. So it varies the type of jnana sadhanas they practice. Also, there are the various techniques are there in the jnana side. So by studying Sankhya philosophy, one can develop seeing Paramatma, and by studying Vedanta and Nirvikalpa Jnanam means no differences. So he's developing consciousness of not seeing any differences between any two elements. So completely, because these differences are there for time being, they are all temporary. Why I have to see those differences? So like that, and everything is Brahman. There is a Satta. Actually, Brahman means Satta. Chinmatra Satta. So that is common to everything. Every element is having the Satta. So seeing that Satta only, no features, is known as what? Seeing Brahman everywhere. So how they can see? For this, they should develop extreme goodness by practicing jnana sadhanas. So they do practice of so being in the mode of goodness and transcending that. So by stop seeing the differences. So in this way, they develop seeing Brahman. And through Sankhya philosophy, one can see Paramatma. Or by practicing Ashtanga Yoga also, one can see Paramatma everywhere. Like in the first sixth chapter of Bhagavad Gita. But devotees, they see the worshipable form. Which form they worship all the time? That form they see. So out of love. So like this. And they see their leelas. Krishna's leelas. They not just seeing the form actually. In the case of devotees, they see leelas. Various leelas. We go to next sloka. But before that, we read purport. The 9 elements are material nature, the living entity, the Mahatattva, false ego, and there we are. We are in 14. Hey. The difference between jnana, ordinary Vedic knowledge, and vijnana, self-relation, can be understood as follows. A conditioned soul, although cultivating Vedic knowledge, continues to identify himself to some extent with the material body and mind, and consequently with the material universe. In trying to understand the world he lives in, the conditioned soul learns through the Vedic knowledge that Supreme Personality of Godhead is the one supreme cause of all material manifestations. Nice. This is the point, actually. This Paramatma is cause for all material manifestations. He comes to understand the world around him, which he accepts more or less as his own. As he progresses in spiritual realization, breaking through the barrier of bodily identification and realizes the existence of eternal soul, he gradually identifies himself as a part and parcel of the spiritual world Vaikuntha. At that time, he is no longer interested in the personality of God merely as a supreme explanation of the material world. Rather, he begins to reorient his entire mode of consciousness so that the central object of his attention in personality is the personality of Godhead. Such an orientation is required since the Supreme Lord is the factual center of cause of everything. So seeing Paramatma is not a imagination or is not a speculation. It is fact. It's a factual. So really Paramatma is existing actually in every atom also. So that's why seeing Paramatma is not an artificial thing. Seeing Ishta form is also not an artificial because Krishna is the source of everything and that Krishna only is having all these multiple forms like a peacock feather. Having, if you see directly, there will be one main color. But when you tilt it, there are the different colors are there. Similarly, Krishna is existing everywhere and but so as per our devotion, we see differently. If we practice Ashtanga Yoga, then we will see Paramatma. If we do Bhakti for Narsingadev, then we'll see Narsingadev every atom. Like Prahlad Maharaj has seen. Prahlad Maharaj will see what? Srila Narsingadev. Sri Narsingadev Bhagavan. So he see him. And in the pole, he has seen Lord Narsingha. Like that. And devotees will see Krishna. So it's a factual actually. Factual thing it is. There is no need of any additional subtraction actually. That same Krishna, only all these forms also. Like when Payovrata is finished, Atiti, in front of Atiti, who came? Who appeared? Lord Vishnu appeared. And Lord Vishnu only became, not became. So Lord Vishnu only has seen as Vamanadev. So that's why Vamanadev, that means Lord Vishnu didn't lose something or didn't add something to become Vamanadev, which is already existing in there only. So just to become Vamanadev, get up, remove all this mukut and everything, and then just to add this some shaved head and like that. No need of addition and subtraction. It is there inside only. So then Atiti will see Vamandev everywhere. So like that. So there is no addition and subtractions. They are all there in Krishna. All the forms are existing. It's not that externally something he should bring out, or he should leave additionally to become another avatara. No, that is the meaning of vibhutvam. That is the meaning of vibhutvam. So then who will see whom? That depends upon the level of bhakti. Since jnanis, they have very less bhakti, they can see maximum what? Brahman only. Only Chinmatra Satta they see in everywhere. Those who have more bhakti, they can see Paramatma. Those who have even more bhakti, they can see Nrsingadev, Vamana. Those who have more and more bhakti, they see Krishna. So it depends. Such a reorientation is required since the Supreme Lord is the factual center and cause of everything. A self-realized soul in the stage of vijnana thus experiences the personality of Godhead not merely as the creator of the material world, but as the supreme living entity existing blissfully in his own eternal context. As one progresses in one's realization of the Supreme Lord in his own abode in the spiritual sky, one gradually becomes disinterested in the material universe and ceases to define the Supreme Lord in terms of his temporary manifestations. Then that means those who come to the stage of Vijnana, they don't ceases to define the Supreme Lord in terms of his temporary manifestations. In the Jnana stage, he defined Lord means as he defined, and he has seen Lord as what? As Paramatma. How he has seen Paramatma? As the creator of all these elements. He was not able to see Paramatma directly. Through these elements, he has seen Paramatma. How? As the cause. Now it is not there in the case of Vijnana. The stage of Jnana is the preliminary stage of the knowledge for those who for those still identifying themselves in the terms of material universe. Whereas Vijnana is the mature stage of the knowledge for those who sees themselves as part and parcel of the Supreme Lord. So definitely we should come to this stage of seeing Krishna everywhere. Otherwise, what we will do by going to Krishna, Golok Vrindavan, without becoming sufficiently Krishna consciousness and not only becoming, but realizing Krishna everywhere. What is the use of going there? So it's not an easy thing. We see only our, like a lusty person, what he will see. So wherever, so woman is going on, then he will see lust, with lust her bodily parts. Only he see that. Greedy person, what? He will see money everywhere, money opportunities. So that means the whatever the consciousness, orientation means here what? Consciousness, what we develop, that is the important thing. Based upon that consciousness, we see the things. We should be Krishna conscious. We should not be material consciousness. We should not be lust consciousness. We should not be greed consciousness. Any questions? Yes, Sachi.
Guruji, this for a jnani
Yeah.
in the right side stage
Yes.
and the vijnani. So from Bhagavad Gita, where we can see, like
Uh,
he's able to see, like from Gita perspective.
yeah. So in left side, you are asking this one.
Both sides, left side and right side.
Right side we see in this 11th canto, second chapter, this Uttama Bhakta. This is. And in the Bhagavad Gita, 6th chapter, seeing Paramatma. So Hasti Gavi. So seeing in the elephant, in the cows, Paramatma, that is this. Yeah.
Vidya Vinaya
Samudra.
Samudaya.
Vidya Vinaya Sampanna. Brahmani Hasti Gavi. That one.
And this jnana here,
This Jnana, this Drudha Shraddha is there in this 29th chapter, third canto. So seeing those who are seeing only Lord in Archa Vigraha, so they are Kanishtas. But those who are able to see Lord everywhere, not only just in Archa Vigraha, that is the beginning of Krishna consciousness. There in that section we can see. In 29th chapter also we can see Madhyama Bhakta definition. So there he in 29th chapter, third canto, it comes actually. Yeah.
That is a Uttam Bhakta definition, Prabhuji. Madhyama, to they simply say that Maitri Kripa Upeksha.
No. Uttama Bhakta, they see directly, but Madhyama should have concept of other than Kanishta. Madhyama is not like Kanishta. So Kanishta is seeing Lord in deities only. So one we call Madhyama, when he raised from this consciousness, means conceptually he is seeing, like jnana, indirectly. That means he is able to relate everything with Krishna. That is Madhyama. The beginning. But Madhyama is having the levels of this. And he will become Uttama when he is directly seeing. This is directly. Here it's not direct. This is there in 29th chapter. So in Sandarbha, say Bhakti Sandarbha, it comes. Not exactly sloka, I am remembering. Okay. So next 16th sloka will आदावन्ते च मध्ये च सृज्यात् सृज्यं यदन्वियात् पुनस्तत्प्रतिसङ्क्रामे यच्चिष्येत तदेव सत् यच्चिष्येत तदेव सत्. Yeah, someone please.
Commencement, termination, and maintenance are the stages of material position. That which consistently accompanies all these material phases from one creation to another and remains alone when all material phases are annihilated is the one eternal.
Thank you, bro. What is being said here? Srujyat srujyam, karanat karan. Adau ante cha madhye cha srujya srujyam yadanviya punah tat pratisankrame yachishyate tadeva sat. What is sat is being explained here. Sat means permanent. So that Satyaha, Sat is only Paramatma is again said in this sloka also. Sat is only Paramatma. So not anything else. How it is established? The Paramatma is only Satya, is a Sat. Sat means eternal, permanent. That we have to see here. So how he is establishing, you see. How Paramatma is Sat is again established here. Adav, that means in the beginning, that means in the creation, while creation. Ante, ante means destruction. That means changing that. Like now with this body, have creation. When mother and father had conception, body creation began. And at the time of death, this body is destroyed. It's burnt out. So Ado means Utpatti, Anta means so changing new body, getting new body, leaving this and getting new is known as Anta. And in between also, it is having the maintenance. So in all these phases, while creation, destruction, and maintenance, so whatever is existing, that is Sat actually. So what is that one which is like in the case of so Brahmanda, if you see, when Paramatma desires to become many, then only Prakriti came out from him. That means Prakriti is also his appearance is manifested when he has desired to become many. Then from that Prakriti Mahat came when he glances. From Mahartu we have seen Ahankara. Ahankara, Pancha Tanmatras, Pancha Mahabhutas, Pancha Gnanendriyas, Pancha Karmendriyas, mind, all these elements they came. From all those elements came together Brahmandas, and from that Brahmandas, again various Jivatmas are getting the varieties of the bodies. All these things we have seen. And then after that, when Paramatma closes his eyes, everything is finished. Every karyam is entering into its cause. Every effect entered into its cause. So like winding up. Finally, Prakriti also entered into Lord. Then who is remaining? At the time of creation and at the time of destruction, who is remaining? Only one. That is Paramatma. And he is Sat. Even Jivas also entered into his body back. He is remaining. So he is remaining alone. Yad avasishyate tadeva sat. Mahadadinam yatha mahadadinam swasa karyam prati karanatvepi sarva karanata. Can you call Mahat as Sat? You can't call. Because Mahat is cause for Ahankara, and in that way it is cause for from Ahankara many things are coming. In that way Mahat is cause for Ahankara and many things. But Mahat is not cause for Prakriti. Mahat is not cause for Purusha. So that's why it is not Sarvakarana Karanam. It is not Sarvakaranam. So that's why it is not really Karanam. It's not real Karanam. Paramatma is only Karanam. Paramatma is only really Karanam. And even Mahat cannot be considered as Sarvakalika. In all the time, it is not existing. Before Prakriti, it was not there. When Prakriti is glanced, then Mahat is there. Example I am taking, Mahat. And when winding up is happening, after Mahat is winded up, there is no Mahat. No Mahat. That means it is also not existing all the times. It is not cause for everything, and also it is not existing in all times. So that's why it is not Satyam. And also it is not Sarvakaranam. Like that, all other elements also, like Ahankara, like Tanmatras, Panchamahabhutas, all are not, they are all not Satyam. Only one is Satyam, that is Paramatma. Okay, this is clear. The Lord here reiterates that the one Supreme Personality of Godhead is the basis of unlimited material variety. Material activity is a chain of cause and effect relationships by which innumerable objects are produced. A particular material effect is converted into a subsequent cause. Like Mahat is cause for Ahankara, and Ahankara is cause for Panchatanmatras. Panchatanmatras are the cause for Panchamahabhutas. Panchamahabhutas are cause for buildings, for mountains, for rivers, ocean, like this. So like this we have many causes. One effect will be the cause for another effect, and that effect can be cause for another effect. One second. Just a minute. A particular material effect is converted into subsequent cause. And when the cause phase is terminated, the effect disappears. The fire causes firewood to burn to ashes. And when the causal function of fire is finished, fire itself, which was the effect of previous cause, is also terminated. A simple fact is that all material objects are created, maintained, and ultimately annihilated by the supreme potency of the Lord. And when the entire field of material cause and effect is withdrawn, so that all cause and effect relationships vanish. Yeah, it's clear. These are all straight words. We'll go to the next. Shruti pratyakshamaitihyam anumanam chatushayam pramaणेष्वनवस्थानात् विकल्पात् स विरज्यते विकल्पात् स विरज्यते. Someone please read.
From the four types of evidence, Vedic knowledge, direct experience, traditional wisdom, and logical induction, one can understand the temporary, insubstantial situation of the material world, by which one becomes detached from the duality of this world.
Yeah, one can learn about this material world by these four pramanas. Pramana means the one which gives prameya. Prama. The one which gives prama is known as pramanam. Prama means valid knowledge. Prama karanam iti pramanam. The one which produces prama. So sometimes it may produce brahma also, like senses, eyes. They are producing prama. When I see this pen, my eyes are producing knowledge that this is pen. So this is prama. Same eyes are seeing sometimes rope and thinking it is and producing that, it's a snake. Then it's a Brahma. Sometimes it may produce yathartha jnanam, ayathartha jnanam. But what is that pramana which produces all the time yathartha jnanam? That is Shabda, which is free from 4 defects. Pramadi dosha rahitaha vachaha shabdaha. That is the one, that is the pramana which produces always prama. But all other pramanas may produce prama or brahma. But we can hear temporariness of this material world by all these 4 pramanas. Shruti, Pratyaksham, Aitihyam and Anumanam. Using all these pramanas, 4 pramanas, we can hear that material world is temporary. Insubstantial, temporary. So Krishna is telling. So, my dear, using these all 4 pramanas, then you, from Shruti, how you can, example of Shruti, which telling about this material world is temporary. What is that? Yato va imani bhutani jayante yena jatani jivanti yat prayanti iti. So this is a Shruti actually. Yato va imani bhutani jayante yena jatani jivanti. All these living entities are manifesting from this, from the Supreme Lord. And they are finished also. Pratyaksham also we are seeing. This material world is temporary. Example, by our eyes we are seeing there is a production of the pot from the mud. And that pot is destroyed in front of our eyes. And it is becoming once again mud. That means this material world is temporary. We are seeing big mountains and after some time they are finished. We are seeing big trees, they are finished. That means this material world is not permanent, it is temporary. By what we are seeing? We are seeing through eyes. Means pratyaksha is pramana here. And aitihya means hearing from the great personalities. Famous statements from great personalities. Mahajana prasiddhihi. So Mahajanas, that means great personalities. They say material world is temporary. That means those are not saying that this material world is temporary, they are not Mahajanas. Next, Anumana. Using Anumana Pramana also you can establish this material world is temporary. So Jagat idam asarvakalikam. This material world is not permanent, is not satyam, is not existing in 3 worlds. What is the reason? Adyantavat. It is having the starting and beginning. You know, Aitihya, Anumana, how it works? Anumana Pramana is very interesting Pramana actually. It is having the word Paksha, Sadhyam. Next, Hetu, Udaharana. So what is the Paksha? Parvato Vahiniman. Parvataha. Vahiniman. Dhumat. Yatha Mahanasaha. So this is Paksha. Vahiniman is Vahini is Sadhyam. Dhumat. Dhuma is Hetu. Mahanasa is Udaharana. So here also what? Jagat
What
is
is
Paksha.
this Paksha, Sadhyam, Hetu?
Any Anumana, if you want to work it out, it should be having these four elements. Jagat idam jagat asarvakalikam adyantavatvat, like Gataha. Jagat idam jagat asarvakalikam What is the hetu? Adyantavat. What is the udaharana? Yatha Ghataha. So here, first of all, understand. So this is very easy. In Mahanasa means kitchen. In kitchen, what we see? We are seeing smoke, and we are also seeing that smoke is produced due to fire. Is produced from fire. So from that Mahanasa, we learned that from kitchen we learned that wherever there is smoke, there should be what? Fire. So now come to Paksha. Paksha means Parvata. This is the case you have to deal. So now this mountain is there. Parvata means mountain. On that mountain now what I am seeing? Dhuma. Dhuma I am seeing. Dhuma means smoke. Dhuma means smoke. So from kitchen what I understood, wherever there is smoke, there should be fire. Now the case we should deal. What is that Parvata? It's mountain. So now in mountain I am seeing what? Smoke. So that's a what is there on that mountain? Fire is there. That means in the Anumana Pramana, how it works, you should have an example. In example, you will be establishing some relationship between what? Hetu and Sadhya. Hetu and Sadhya. So here Hetu is what? Smoke. Sadhya is what? Fire. So in example, you have what is there? Hetu and Sadhya. Relationship, you know. What is that relationship? Wherever there is smoke, there should be fire. Now you are applying that phenomena in Parvata. Now in Parvata, what is there? Smoke is there. Then without seeing fire, you can establish that there is fire. This is the way Anumana Pramana works. Same thing, now you come to our thing. Idam Jagat is Paksha. Idam Jagat is Paksha. Asarvakalikam. Asarvakalikam means temporary, which is not existing all the times. Past, present, and future. Asarva. Sarvakalikam means past, present, and future. Minus infinity to infinity. Asarva means not minus infinity to infinity. This Jagat is temporary. Adyantavat. Adyantavatvat. Not Adyantavat. Adyantavatvat. Adyantavatvat. Sorry. Adyantavatvat. Adyantavatvat. Adyantavatvat means because of having starting and ending. Example, we are taking Ghata. Ghata means pot. Okay. pot is having, you should see first of all, example is there. In example, what you should see? You should see hetu and sadhya. So in the case of pot is having the beginning and ending. Adyantavatvat. Adyantavatvam means having beginning and ending. Pot is having beginning and ending. And that's why pot is not permanent, it is a temporary. So in the case of pot, we are seeing clearly beginning and ending and also temporariness. Okay. Now in this Jagat, we are seeing beginning and ending. That means big Jagat is having the beginning. When Gananusa Vishnu is glancing on Prakriti, then only Jagat is produced. And when Gananusa Vishnu closes his eyes, Jagat is finished. That means in the Jagat, what is there? Ending and beginning is there. Then what you can establish? So like in the pot, beginning and ending is there. Then what we are seeing there? Temporariness. So that's why now in the case of Jagat also, beginning and ending is there. Then what you can say? Jagat is asarvakalikam. Jagat is temporary. Is it clear? How Anumana Pramana establishes Jagat is temporary?
Prabhuji,
Hmm.
the first
Yes.
example, Mahanasa, in kitchen we are seeing the fire. So we are smoke and fire both are we are seeing. So we are telling. So wherever there is a smoke, there will be fire.
Yes, yes.
But in
Very
this
good.
pot example, Prabhuji, like
we are seeing beginning and ending. That means pot is there maybe some 10 days before it was created. And now it is there for 1 year and it is finished. So and that means beginning and ending we are seeing in the pot. So and also pot is not there. That means temporariness also we are seeing in the pot.
Yeah, so we see in first case Mahanasam, we are deriving relationship between smoke and fire. And
Similarly,
and second case we are
also
some other tattva.
yatra adyantavatvam tatra asarvakalikatvam. Yatra adyantavatvam tatra asarvakalikatvam. Like yatra dhumaha tatra vahini. Wherever there is a smoke, there is fire. Similarly, in the case of pot case, wherever there is beginning and ending, there is temporariness. This we established by seeing pot only. We didn't see the temporariness of the material world. Pot we have seen. Pot is having the beginning and ending, and also we have seen temporariness of the pot. It is not there in the past, present, and future. So that's why, based upon this pot example, now we are applying that to the whole material world. We know that material world is having the beginning and ending. So then you can apply the logic of yatra adyantavatvam tatra asarvakalikatvam. So now asarvakalikatvam is the goal. You achieved that. Because in this material world, beginning and ending is there for material world. So that means asarvakalikatvam of the material world is also established. Clear?
So probably this is a process of Anumana.
Yeah, this is a simple process. This is the way inference.
But this is a little faulty, na? Because we are living in between. Like there can be something which may not be following this thing, and then we are also assuming that will also follow.
It's faulty in different ways, actually.
Like Ajami, this Darwin. So he saw that.
Hey, Darwin examples are Darwin case actually. So there we can't see properly the structure of Anumana Pramana. We simply just for the ordinary people to explain, we use that in Darwin's inference. I don't know. That's not so.
So Prabhuji, you are saying this even Aitiha, no? Aitiha.
Aitiya is Mahajana.
Mahajana. And what is this called? Anumana, no?
Hanuman. Aitiya means from history. In the history past, actually, some people they say, great people they said, material is temporary.
So
So from there we are learning.
So this is Nyaya. In Nyaya, all these things we are using.
Nyaya uses Pratyaksha, Anumana, and Shabda. Aitiya they don't use. You
Acha,
see, these all 10 Brahmanas are somehow or other they fit into these 3 Brahmanas.
10 pramanas.
Yes, yes, yes.
Which one?
Aitihya, Arsha, Arthapatti, Asambhava, Chesta. All these 10 Brahmanas will fit into these 3 Brahmanas. Which are 3? These Sabda, Pratyaksha, Anumana.
So
So you can
Prabhuji,
summarize.
we
Yeah.
say that Anuman is a faulty because Darwin.
Hanuman is faulty because, see, so the Hetu may be the wrong Hetu, Hetva Bhasa. So different types of Hetva Bhasas are there. That means you are establishing that wherever there is a fire, there is a smoke. Okay? Sorry, wherever there is a smoke, there is a fire. You are establishing this. So here, now you are going to, with this knowledge, you are going to Asad Hetu. You are going to a hill. There you are seeing some object which is similar to Hetu. That means that is similar to smoke. That's like some poisonous gases are coming out from that mountain, you assume. These gases also appear like smoke only. And now by seeing these gases, you are simply concluding that there is a fire. That means this is one kind of defect in the Anumana. There is one more thing. So you are establishing relationship between Hetu and Sadhya. That means smoke and fire. By using your Pratyaksha Pramana only, na? By using your senses. So, but your senses are defective. And that means your Anumana Pramana obviously, definitely dependent on what? Dependent on your Pratyaksha. Pratyaksha is faulty. And then Anumana also gone. In this way, Anumana fails in many ways actually. It fails. To establish Anumana is faulty, we have several ways.
So Shabda
And
also will depend on ears. That is also
hey, Shabda Bodha depends on ears. Shabda Pramana will not. Shabda Bodha is different. It means getting knowledge difference. That means now this is pen. Someone have some faultiness in his ears. Instead of pen, he heard it as a pencil, and now for the sentence pen, he is getting the knowledge of this is pencil. This is faulty. What is faulty? Sabda Pramana is not faulty. Sabda Bodha went wrong. Sabda Pramana is only the sentence. This is pen. You're understanding? Shabda Pramana, Shabda Bodha are different. When you hear this is pen, what is happening? Your ears are catching those words, and your intelligence is identifying exactly the words. And then after that, is we are fetching the meanings of each word. Then finally, we are understanding that this is pen. This understanding, final understanding is, this is pen. This understanding is known as Shabda Bodha. Shabda Bodha may go wrong, which is dependent on Pratyaksha. But Shabda Pramana is what? Only words. This is pen is only Shabda Pramana. Vedas are Shabda Pramana. After hearing Vedas, whatever knowledge you get, that's a Shabda Bodha. That is not Shabda Pramana. You're understanding? Difference between Shabda Pramana and Shabda Bodha?
Yes, yes.
So Prabhupada says we are like a postman. We can be imperfect, but we are delivering the right letter. Means the letter meant for the right person. So
Yeah.
we,
So that sentence is Shabda Pramana. Let us take a sentence which is free from 4 defects. That sentence is always right only. But someone have defect in his ears, and if he get wrong knowledge, that doesn't mean that sentence is wrong. So Shabda Pramana means sentence, not Shabda Bodha. Okay. Shastra Pramanam course we did, no? Actually there.
Yes, true. Yes, true.
Yeah.
First
There
time
you
we-
can. Yes, we can hear. You can see there also. We discussed extensively in this course. Actually, Bhagavad Prabhu was there. So from these four pramanas also we can see the temporariness of this material world. It's established. So in this Shruti, in the Shruti or Vedic literature, it is clearly stated that everything emanates from the absolute truth, is maintained by the absolute truth, and at the end is conserved with the absolute truth. Yato va imani bhutani jayanti. Everything are produced from him and they are winded up into him. So this is establishing temporariness. This statement of Vedas is establishing temporariness of material world. Similarly, Aitihya and also Pratyaksha Anuman I explained anyway. So we'll go to next sloka. Karmanam parinamitvat avirinchadamangalam vipaschannaswaram pasye adrishtam api drishtavat. Yeah, someone please read. No?
An intelligent person should see that any material activity is subject to constant transformation, and that even on the planet of Lord Brahma, there is thus simply unhappiness. Indeed, a wise man can understand that just as all that he has seen is temporary, similarly, all things within this universe have a beginning and an end.
Yes. So intelligent person karmanam parinamitvad avirinchad amangalam. Vipaschit means intelligent person. Vipaschit, an intelligent person. Vipaschit. Nashwaram pashyet. From Brahmaji to an ant. So everything is what? Nashwaram. So Brahmaloka paryantam adrushtam Swargadi drishtavat drishtam rajyadikam iva spardha suyadi matvena sankatatvad amangalam naswaram cha. From Brahmaji to, that means from Brahmaloka to Patal Loka, everything is coming out of karma and it is amangalam. Amangalam means, why it is amangalam? Because there is always chance of enviousness. By seeing, so Swargavasis, Patalavasis always, they have enviousness. So, and Swargavasis, they have enviousness by seeing the inhabitants of upper planets. And also competition, enviousness. That's why whatever things are there from Brahmaji to Brahmaloka to Pataloka, all are so inauspicious. And also what? They are all temporary. So that's why intelligent person should see that this material world is inauspicious and temporary. That is the main meaning of this sloka. The word adrishtam indicates the heavenly standard of life available in the higher planets. And also, adrishtam, drishtam both. Adrishtam means swargam. Adrishtam means unseen. Adrishtam. Drishtam means seen. Adrishtam means unseen. Drishtam means so seen things. That's this kingdom, rajyam, opulence, wealth. These are drishtam. These are all also inauspicious. From Brahma Loka to Patal Loka, all are inauspicious and temporary, and also whatever seen and unseen. Unseen means Sargam, seen means this Rajya Adhikam. All are temporary and inauspicious. So the heavenly standard of life available in the higher planets within this universe, such as celestial neighborhoods, are not actually experienced on the Earth planet, although they are described in the Vedic literature. One may argue that promotion to material heaven is recommended in the Karmakanda portion of that means we have seen in the Karmakanda. So Sarga Kamo va yajita, Sarga Kamo yajita, the one who is desiring, and Sarga is Amritam. So is also said as Sarga as Amritam in the Karmakanda. Sarga is said, Amritam means immortal. But there you should take Amritam word as a secondary meaning only. Because we have in the same context, another place we have seen so Kshine Punye Vishanti. So Martya Lokam. These people, inhabitants in this this Sargalok are thrown out. And that Sarga, that means Amritam, that whatever Sarga Sukam is not permanent, it is temporary. It is establishing. Na? So like that's why Karmakanda portion of the Vedas, and that although the happiness available there is not eternal, at least for some time, one may enjoy life. Lord Krishna here states here, however, that even on the planet of Lord Brahma, which is superior to heavenly planet, there is no happiness whatsoever. Because everywhere in this middle there is enviousness and competition. So Spardha Asuya. Spardha and Asuya both. Even in the upper planetary systems, there is rivalry, envy, irritation, lamentation, and ultimately death itself. Next. Bhakti Yoga Purevokta Priyamanaaya Tenagha Punascha Katayishyami Madbhakte Karanam Param Madbhakte Karanam Param. Anyone wants to read?
O sinless Uddhava, because you love me, I previously explained to you the process of devotional service. Now I will again explain the supreme process for achieving loving service unto me.
Yeah, he's explaining again. Already we heard Bhakti Yoga explaining in the previous section. And once again, he's explaining for Uddhava. So, Uddhava also asked, na? He was asking what is jnanam, what is vijnanam, and what is Suddha Bhakti. So that's why he's explaining. He's explaining what is Suddha Bhakti again, which was explained before and still Uddhava asked, and Lord is also explaining. Because Uddhava is being pure devotee of the Lord, he likes to hear glories of Suddha Bhakti. He likes to hear Suddha Bhakti again. He is not satisfied by one time hearing. Tadapi tvam srutvapi. Krishna is saying, hey Uddhava, even after hearing Suddha Bhakti, you want to hear again because you are not satisfied by one time hearing. That's why you are asking again. Okay, I will also explain to you again. Ataishyami. So, yataha priyamanaya tasminneva pritim prapnavate. So, you will get. So, you are very dear to me. So, that's why you love that Suddha Bhakti. I will also explain to you. And one more reason why I explained to Anagha. That means aparadha rahitaha. Uddhava is free from aparadas. That means those who are offenseless, they are very much dear to Lord. But devotees, those who do offenses, towards them, Lord's love will be reduced. Only the point is, when Lord will be having, so when Lord's affection goes down, towards a devotee when he becomes offensive. And also he will stop all the facilities. Like example, like when chanting getting pleasure is stopped, and by seeing the Lord's deity, so getting happiness, it is stopped. And also getting material attraction is given. And also faith in bhakti is reduced. Pride out of devotion will increase. All these things will happen. Harasati na anyatha iti bhavaka. So that's why it is the main important thing. Not other way. Only offenses are the cause for reduction of love of the Supreme Personality of God. His love will be reduced. Although Lord Sri Krishna previously described Bhakti Yoga to Sri Uddhava, Uddhava is not very satisfied because he loves Lord Krishna. Anyone who loves the Lord cannot be fully satiated by discussion of devotional service mixed with the description of mere Vedic duties and analytic philosophy. The supreme stage of consciousness existence is pure love of Krishna, and one who is addicted to love to Lord Krishna desires to constantly drink the nectar of such topics. Lord Krishna has given an extensive survey of many aspects of human civilization, including Varna and Ashrama system, and the process of distinguishing between matter and spirit, renouncing sense gratification, and so forth. Now, Uddhava is hankering to hear specifically about pure devotional service of the Lord, and Lord thus turns to that topic. Next. श्रद्धामृतकथायां मे शश्वन्मदनुकीर्तनम् परिनिष्ठा च पूजायां स्तुतिभिस्तवनं मम आधारः परिचर्यायां सर्वाङ्गैरभिवन्दनम् मद्भक्तपूजाभ्यादिका सर्वभूतेषु मन्मतिः मदर्थेष्वङ्गचेष्टा च वचसा मद्गुणेरणम् मय्यर्पणं च मनसा सर्वकामविवर्जनम् मदर्थेऽर्थः परित्यागो भोगस्य च सुखस्य च इष्टं दत्तं हुतं जप्तं मदर्थं यद् व्रतं तपः मदर्थं यद् व्रतं तपः एवं धर्मैर्मनुष्याणाम् उद्धवात्मनिवेदिनाम् मयि संजायते भक्ति कोऽन्योर्ध्वस्यावशिष्यते कोऽन्योर्ध्वस्यावशिष्यते. Firm faith in the blissful narration of my pastimes, constant chanting of my glories, unwavering attachment to ceremonial worship of me, praising me through beautiful hymns, great respect for my devotional service, offering obeisances with the entire body, performing first-class worship of my devotees, consciousness of me in all living entities, offering of ordinary bodily activities in my devotional service, use of words to describe my qualities, offering the mind to me, rejection of all material desires, giving up wealth for my devotional service, renouncing material sense gratification and happiness, and performing all desirable activities such as charity, sacrifice, chanting, vows, and austerities with the purpose of achieving me. These constitute actual religious principles by which those human beings who have actually surrendered themselves to me. Samar Prabhu, please off your.
Please forgive me.
Yeah. So, such as charity, sacrifice, chanting, vows, and austerities with the purpose of achieving me. These constitute actual religious principles by which those human beings who have actually surrendered themselves to me automatically develop love for me. What other purpose or goal could remain for my duty? So here, one important thing. श्रद्धा अमृत कथायां में शश्वत मदनु कीर्तनम परिनिष्ठा च पूजायां स्तुतिभिः स्तवनम मम. These are all Shravanam Kirtanam. This is Shravanam. Shraddhayam Amrita Kathayam. And Anukirtanam, Kirtanam, Puja, Archanam, and Stavanam. Adaraha Paricharyayam. Sarvangaihi Abhivandanam. Vandanam this is. Madbhakta Puja Vyadika. Worshipping devotees. Sarva Bhuteshu Manmati. Seeing Krishna in every living entity. Mad Artheshu Anga Cheshta Cha. That means for sake of Lord using body, mind and speech. And my arpanam cha manasaha, submitting mind to the Lord. Being free from all kind of material desires. Madharte artha parityajo. So for me, leaving all this wealth, bhogyasya sukasya cha ishtam dattam hutam jap. So what we are going to learn here, various limbs of bhakti are being said here, because he was asking what is bhakti. So then Uddhava asked me, explain Suddha Bhakti. So various limbs of Suddha Bhakti are being discussed here. Anga Cheshta means using, that means Danta Davanadi Daihika Kriyapi Madarte Massevartam. Like we are cleaning the teeth for service of the Lord. We are washing the body for service of the Lord. Because while doing Archana, we should not get a bad smell from our mouth. Because it will inconvenience for the Lord. That's why he is brushing his teeth and is cleaning your body, his body for seva. Vachasa. So Vachasa means apabramsha vakyenapi gita bandhane madhuguna kathanam madarthe. So we should use this tongue or this speech for glorifying the Lord. So like this, various limbs are given. Then finally what he is saying, Vaishnav mukhe druta pakat pakanna prakshepa Vaishnave. Last 24th sloka meaning will be seen here. 24th one we have to discuss. In 24th, what is said? In 24th sloka, what is that means for a devotee practicing all whatever the different items are said in 20 to 23, this is only his sadhana. And what is the sadhya, what he wants to do, get? So doing this only is sadhya also. In the case of jnanis, they are doing nishkama karma yoga for removing avidya. Once avidya is finished through vidya, then they will leave nishkama karma yoga. So practicing of that means tejet. We have seen the first sloka itself. Tejet. But in the case of bhakti, is it like that same? After getting the phala, then sadhana should be left over, like in the case of jnanis? No. That is the thing is said here. Ko anya arthaha. What other benefit for a devotee than continuing this Shravana Kirtana Rupa Bhakti? So, aparaha kim phalam avasistam. What is there any other thing is remaining for him to achieve than chanting and hearing and so and so? No. ऐसा प्रश्न पूछा जा रहा है इधर, क्या और कुछ है क्या पाने के लिए? ये सभी करने के बिना और कुछ है क्या पाने के लिए? माने इसका अर्थ क्या नहीं है, तो ये करना ही साध्य भी है. That means in the case of devotion and in the case of jnana, very much difference is there. Once this prema is produced, that means Krishna prema is the goal actually of practicing the Shravana Kirtana Rupa Bhakti. After getting Krishna prema, will they leave the Shravana Kirtana Rupa Bhakti? No. They will do the Shravana Kirtana. Shravana Kirtana Dikaya Naivatyagaha. They don't use this Shravana Kirtana. Pratyuta Prema Rasa Rupaya Sadhya Bhakti Anubhava Rupa Shravana Kirtanadi Bhakti Purvata api Sahasra Gunita Bhavati. It will increase. It will increase. So here, one important point. What is sadhana bhakti? Sadhana bhakti is the one which gives sadhya bhakti, or which gives bhava bhakti. Sadhana. Oh. What is sadhana bhakti? Which gives bhava is also kruti sadhya. So this is Shravana Kirtana Rupa Bhakti. This Shravana Kirtana Rupa Bhakti, Kruti Sadhya means which is done by the senses of the body. By using the senses of the body, that is Shravana Kirtana Rupa Bhakti, which produces Sadhya. Where is that sloka actually? I forgot. Sadhana Bhakti. 1 second. Wait. कृति साध्या भवेत् साध्या भावा सा साधनाभिध नित्य सिद्धस्य भावस्य प्राकट्यं हृदि साध्यता सा भक्ति सप्तमस्कंदे भंग्या देवर्षि What is sadhana bhakti? Kriti sadhya. Kriti sadhya means the one which is accomplished by the senses of the body, bodily senses. That means using speech, using body means all the senses, and mind also is a sense. That means by body, mind, and speech, doing actions is known as Kriti sadhya. And so the definition of sadhana bhakti is the one which is performed by or accomplished by the bodily senses. And sadhya bhava means bhava bhakti is the goal for that sadhana bhakti. Then what is bhava? Nitya siddhasya bhavasya prakatyam iti sadhyata. So nitya siddhasya bhava is eternally existing where? In Lord's priya devotees. In Golok Vrindavan, like Yashoda Maya, Vatsalya Bhava is residing in her heart. And so Madhurya Ras, Gopi's heart, it is residing. That Bhava is appearing in the sadhaka's heart, which is eternally existing. That Bhava is now appearing where? In this sadhaka's heart. Is known as Bhava Bhakti. And this Bhava is the goal for which that which is done, which is performed by the body, mind, and speech, and that is known as sadhana bhakti. To become sadhana bhakti, what it should be accomplished by the body, mind, and speech. That is nothing but Shravana Kirtanadi Rupa Bhakti. Simply Shravana Kirtanadi Rupa Bhakti is Bhava Bhakti, is the sadhana bhakti. Can anyone say? Can you define sadhana bhakti means simply Shravana Kirtanadi Rupa Bhakti? What problem will come? If you say sadhana bhakti means Shravana Kirtanadi Rupa Bhakti, what problem will come? Just Kriti Sadhya, that means the one which is established by the body, mind, and speech. If you say this much as the definition of sadhana bhakti, what problem will come? Yes. Bhagavad Gita.
It may give to a mixture of other desires, may be there. I do not give to Bhava. The result may not come. If only.
If I say like that, what is the problem? If I define sadhana bhakti means Shravana Kirtanadi Rupa Bhakti. Yes, Arjun.
First thing, Shravana Kirtana for whom? Anukulin means it is for Krishna we are doing.
Krishna only Shravana Kirtanadi Rupa Bhakti is doing. Okay.
And then if he's doing, then other desires are there or not. So then that comes. All matching we can do.
Yes. Sachin. Yes, Sakshi.
Continuous.
If you say simply Shravana Kirtana, continuous only, if someone say continuous Shravana Kirtana Rupa Bhakti is sadhana bhakti, can anyone define like that? He can't.
Yes.
Why? There is a overlapping will be there. If we define like this, Shravana Kirtana Rupa Bhakti is there as anubhava of when one reaches to Prema Bhakti. In prema stage, those devotees will do Shravana Kirtana Rupa Bhakti or not?
Yes.
They are doing. So now if you say Shravana Kirtana Rupa Bhakti is sadhana bhakti, then prema bhakti is bhaktas also now they are doing. There is overlapping is coming.
Yes.
Their bhakti also is becoming now sadhana bhakti.
Bhakti.
This is a defect actually.
Yes.
So to stop our definition, to not to cover the Shravana Kirtanadi Rupa Bhakti of the Prema Bhaktas, what we should add? Simply Shravana Kirtanadi Rupa Bhakti is not sadhana bhakti, but Shravana Kirtanadi Rupa Bhakti which gives Bhava Bhakti is sadhana bhakti. This is the way we should define. That's why Kruti Sadhya Sadhya Bhava. Sadhya Bhava means Bhava Bhakti is the goal. For whom? Is known as sadhana bhakti. So like that means already we learned that Anya Vilasha Sunyam Gnana Karma Janavrutam Anukula and Krishna Anusilanam Bhakti Ruttama. So there Anusilanam Silanam they have the Pravrityatma Nivrityatma. In that Pravrityatma we should take the like by body, mind and speech. That is the one way of defining sadhana bhakti and abhava bhakti, prema bhakti, everything is covered there. Now I want a specific definition for sadhana bhakti. That is a general definition for all bhaktis, sadhana, bhava and prema. So then what you have to say? Definitely sadhana bhakti should match that first definition, anyabhilasha sunni. Apart from that, now what you are adding? The one which gives bhava bhakti is sadhana bhakti. Simply if you say Shravana Kirtana Rupa Bhakti, there is a problem is coming. Because once one reaches to Prema Bhakti, there is Anubhava. Anubhava means, so he is doing Shravanam Kirtanam. They are the reactions out of love. So then that Anubhavas means doing Shravanam Kirtanam. He will be doing even more actually.
Prabhuji, then we should add more qualifier also, na?
Only two are enough.
No,
Kriti Sadhya and Bhava Sadhya.
so why we are saying only two? That only the bhava should be attained. So then we can say like in prema one feels very nice.
No. Your goal is what? Defining sadhana bhakti. Okay. So how you will define? If you simply define that Kruti Sadhya means the one which is done by the body, mind and speech. If you do define like that, that is Shravana Kirtana Rupa Bhakti. If you define like that, there is a problem. Because Shravana Kirtana Rupa Bhakti is there in the stage of prema also, in the form of Anubhava.
So we generally say pure devotion service in practice is sadhana. Pure devotion service in ecstasy is bhava. Pure devotion service in prema with prema is a.
Okay. What is meaning of practice?
In practice, pure devotion service in
Means-
practice.
Practice means what?
Practice means he's practicing pure devotion service.
Means-
and
means
then
what?
he's doing practicing means Prabhuji, Shastra, which Shastra is the impetus.
Hey, you are going so many places actually. That's why Acharya is defining why we have to take. So precise definition this is. Kruti sadhya bhavet sadhya bhava sa sadhana vida. What is meaning of sadhana? Sadhana means kruti sadhya, which is accomplished by the body, mind and speech. And also is adding one more term, sadhya bhava. Sadhya bhava means bhava is the goal for which. That is known as sadhana bhakti. Then what is bhava is said in the next line, this line. That is another thing. Okay, so why sadhya bhava is added, I am just explaining. That means the one which achieves bhava bhakti, that is known as sadhana bhakti. Because simply kriti sadhya, if you say there is a problem is there. That means bhakti done by body, mind and speech is there in the prema bhakti also. In prema bhakti also, once who reach to the prema stage, they are also out of ecstasy. Out of prema, they also sing, they also chant. So simply if you say Shravana Kirtanadi Rupa Bhakti is sadhana bhakti, problem will come. Okay. So now what is said here? So this Shravana Kirtanadi Rupa Bhakti is sadhana bhakti also. Even in the sadhya stage also it is not left over and it is done even more. Sadhana bhaktehe Shravana Kirtanadikayaha naiva tyagaha is not stopped actually. Pratyuta prema rasa rupaya sadhya bhakti anubhava rupa. This Shravana Kirtanadi Rupa Bhakti, which is known as sadhana bhakti, is outcome of, or is the extra, in ecstasy also it is done. That is known as anubhava. And also sahasra gudita. Sahasra gudita means it is thousand-folded actually. Okay, I will give a little break, or shall I
Yes,
continue?
Prabhuji. Yes, Prabhuji.
Huh? Yeah, 5 minutes break. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So we learned that in 24th sloka, bhakti is not like jnana sadhanas. Jnana sadhanas after achieving goal, those are left over. But in the case of bhakti, whatever sadhanas we used to reach prema are done even in thousand-folded way. Sahasra gunitam. So even after reaching goal. This is the thing. Next 25th sloka we are going to. Yadatmanyarpitam chittam shantam sattvopabrumhitam dharmam jnanam savairagyam aishwaryam cha vipadyate. When one's peaceful consciousness, strengthened by the mode of goodness, is fixed on the personality of Godhead, one achieves religiosity, knowledge, detachment, and opulence. So, what is being said here? Bhakti hi gnanangatvena na vyakyeya. Gnanadyangabhuta bhakti hi. So, satviki vartate eva tayeva sakama bhaktah. So, here we are understanding सात्विकी भक्ति. कोन्योर्थो अस्य अवशिष्यते इत्यपेक्षामय्या भगवदुक्तेः एवं उक्तलक्षणा केवला निर्गुणा भक्ति ज्ञान अंगत्वेन न व्याख्येया ज्ञानाद्यंगभूता भक्तिः तु इतः अन्या सात्विकी वर्तते एव तयैव सकामः भक्तः स्वापेक्षितं धर्मज्ञानादिकं प्राप्नोत्येव इति आह. So Suddha Bhakti is said previously, Konyortho Asya Avasishyate. That means till 24 we have seen Suddha Bhakti. Now this 25th, whatever sloka is telling, that is not Suddha Bhakti. That is Satviki Bhakti. So see here, Yada Atmanyarpitam Chittam Shantam Sattvopabrumhitam Dharmam Gnanam Savairagyam Aishwaryancha Abhipadyate. So here, so his chittam is shantam, atmani arpitam, shantam chittam atmani paramatmani mai arpitam, satvikyaha bhaktyaha mad vishayikrutam bhavati tat dharmadiyuktam bhavati ityartha. Satviki bhakti. So चित्त की शांति, शांतम चित्तम. सो चित्त शांत होना. इसी के आधार पर इसको क्या कहते हैं? सात्विकी भक्ति कहते हैं. और वो भक्ति धर्म आदि से भी युक्त है. मैं वो बहुत ये नहीं है. चलिए, दिस इज नॉट 25th sloka. Bhakti is not, by seeing this definition you should not consider that it is Suddha Bhakti. It is different than Suddha Bhakti. A pure devotee becomes peaceful Shanta by desiring everything for the service of the Lord and nothing for himself. He is strengthened by the transcendental or purified mode of goodness and thus achieves the supreme religious principles of directly serving the Lord. He also achieves jnana or knowledge of the Lord's form of his own form, spiritual body, detachment from material piety and sin. One who is not a pure devotee of the Lord, however, but whose devotion is mixed with the fascination for mystic knowledge, is strengthened by the material mode of goodness. Through his meditation on the Lord, he achieves lesser results of dharma, jnana, and vairagya. So, why it is known as Satviki Bhakti? Satvikyaha Bhakti. When one's peaceful consciousness, strengthened by the mode of goodness, is fixed in the personality of Godhead, one achieves religiosity, knowledge, detachment, and opulence. Yada atmanyarpitam chittam shantam sattopabruhitam dharmagnana sa vairagyam aishwarancha avipadyati. Why it is called as Satviki Bhakti? So let us see here. So offering his heart. What is said in this sloka? आत्मनि अर्पितम चित्तम. चित्त को किसमें समर्पित किया गया? आत्मनि. आत्मनि मीन्स परमात्मा. So here Atmani means what we should take? We should take Atmani means Paramatma. Atmani means Paramatmani Arpitam. So Chittam is offered to the Lord. That means he is a devotee. He has this devotion. His Chittam is offered to the Lord, Paramatma. And also what? Sattvopabrahmitam. This is fully, this devotion is covered with what? Sattva Guna. Sattva Upabrahmita. And such a person whose heart, whose bhakti is covered with Sattva Guna will do what? Will achieve dharma and jnana and vairagya. Dharma jnanam sa vairagyam avipadyate. Vairagyam aishwarincha avipadyate, he attains. His bhakti is now, why Sattvic bhakti we are saying? This devotion is always nirguna. But it is covered with what? Sattva Guna. Like a crystal is there. This crystal is transparent. Now if we keep a red cloth, it will become like, it looks like a red crystal. Similarly, bhakti is like a crystal, is no color, transparent, nirguna. But when it is covered with sattva upabrahmitam, in the sloka it is said sattva. That's why it will look, this devotion is what now? Devotion which is fully boosted up or covered by sattva guna is known as what? Sattviki bhakti. And that bhakti is producing what? Dharma, artha and kama. So this is not Suddha Bhakti. Okay. Next. Yadarpitam tadvikalpe indriyai paridhavati rajaswalam cha sannishtham chittam viddhi viparyayam. When consciousness is fixed on the material body, home, and other similar objects of sense gratification, one spends one's life chasing after material objects with the help of the senses. Consciousness, thus powerfully affected by the mode of passion, becomes dedicated to impermanent things, and in this way, religion, ignorance, attachment, and wretchedness arise. So now what? Chittam is now submitted in where? Not on the Lord, but it is on the material body. Indriyai yad arpitam tad vikalpe. Chittam is offered in not in the Lord, but in vikalpe, other than Lord. What is that other than Lord? Vikalpe means other than Lord. What are those? Vatirekam darshyati. Yat chittam vikalpe means deha gehad. Oh, now this heart, chitta means heart also you can take. Heart is now offered to deha geha. House, wife, children, and so on. Then what will happen? Then what he will get? What he will do? Then his heart will run behind material things which are temporary, which are rejected by Shastra. Then he will do adharma. He will do adharma, and he will be having ajnana and avairagyam. There is no vairagyam. And anaishwaryam. He will get anaishwaryam. But chittam, which is offered to the Lord and which is fully boosted with the sattva-guna, that person will do dharma, and he will be having knowledge, and also he will be having vairagya. Okay. These two slokas are not telling about, this 25th actually is not telling about Shuddha Bhakti. 26th is if one doesn't offer his heart to the Lord and simply meditates, he submits his heart for the material things, wife, children, then he will do definitely adharma. Okay. 27. Dharmo madbhakti krutprokto jnanam chaikatmya darshanam guneshva sango vairagyam aishwaryam chanimadayah aishwaryam chanimadayah. Actual religious principles are stated to be those that lead one to my devotional service. Real knowledge is the awareness that reveals my all-pervading presence. Detachment is complete disinterest in the objects of material sense gratification. And opulence is the eight mystic perfections such as Animadi Siddhi. Anima Siddhi. Dharma Madbhakti Krut Proktaha. What is Dharma? Madbhakti Krut, the one which brings bhakti, is known as Dharma. Jnanam cha aikatmya darshanam. What is jnanam? Aikatmya darshanam. What is vairagya? Guneshu asangaha. What is aishwaryam? Animadayaha. So what we said, when heart is offered to the Lord and it is fully boosted with sattva guna, that is sattviki bhakti, then he will be doing dharma, he will be having the jnana, he will be having vairagya, and he will be having the aishwarya. But same heart is offered to material things, wife, children, then he will be doing adharma, he will be having ajnana, he will be having the avairagyam, and he will having anaishwaryam. So then one may get doubt, what is dharma, jnanam, vairagyam, and aishwaryam? That is being said here in 27th sloka. Dharmadin vyachaste. Dharma means madbhakti krut, madbhaktehe krut, karanam. The one which cause for bhakti is known as dharma. Dharma is the one which cause for bhakti, or which gives bhakti, which is the cause for bhakti. And what is jnanam? Aikatmya darshanam.
Seeing Paramatma.
Yeah, seeing Paramatma. So detachment means complete disinterest in the objects for material sense. Okay, next. Sri Uddhava Vacha. After hearing this much, then Uddhava is asking, Yamah katividah prokto niyamo varikarshana kasamah kodamah krishna katitiksha dhriti prabho kim danam kim tapassauryam kim satyam rutamuchyate kastyagah kim danam chestam ko yagnah kacha dakshina pumsah kim svidbalam sriman bhago labhascha keshava का विद्या ह्रीः परा का श्री किं सुखं दुःखमेव च कः पंडितः कश्च मूर्खः कः पंता उत्पतश्च कः कः स्वर्गो नरकः कः स्वेत् को बन्धुरुत किं गृहं कः आढ्यः को दरिद्रो वा कृपणः कः क ईश्वरे एतान् प्रश्नान् मम ब्रूहि विपरीतांश्च सत्पते विपरीतांश्च सत्पते. Sri Uddhava said, My dear Lord Krishna, O chastiser of the enemies, please tell me how many types of disciplinary regulations and regular daily duties there are. Also, my Lord, tell me what is mental equilibrium, what is self control, and what is the actual meaning of tolerance and steadfastness. What are charity, austerity, and heroism, and how are reality and truth to he described? What is renunciation, and what is wealth? What is desirable? What is sacrifice? What is sacrifice, and what is religious remuneration? My dear Keshava, O most fortunate one, how am I to understand the strength, opulence, and profit of particular person? What is the best education? What is the actual humility? And what is the real beauty? What are happiness and unhappiness? Who is learned and who is fool? What are the true and false paths in life? And what are heaven and hell? Who is indeed a true friend? And what is one's real home? Who is rich man and who is poor man? Who is rich and who is an actual controller? O Lord of the devotees, kindly explain these matters to me along with their opposites. He is asking these and also their opposites. So these are the several questions. Why Uddhava is asking all of these? So after hearing dharma, jnanam, vairagyam, and aishwaryam, Uddhava is thinking, what about this yama, niyama, shama, dama, tapa? All these things also he wants to know the definitions. So definitions he wants to know. That's why he is asking these questions. These are the different definitions of all these things, whatever he asked. So till the end of this chapter, we are going to see. Lord is going to explain till end of this chapter. Total 15 slokas. Okay? Each thing he is going to explain. These are all just one word meanings only. So quickly we can try to cover. Sri Bhagavan Vacha Ahimsa Satyamasteyam Ahimsa Satyamasteyam Asango Hrirasanchaya Astikyam Brahmacharyam Cha Maunam Stairyam Kshamabhayam Saucham Japastapo Homa Shraddha Tityam Madarchanam तीर्थाटनं परार्थेह तुष्टिराचार्य सेवनम् एते यम सनियमा उभयोर्द्वादश स्मृता पुंसामुपासितास्ताता यथा कामा दुहन्ति यथा कामं दुहन्ति. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, non-violence, truthfulness, not coveting or stealing the property of others, detachment, humility, freedom from possessiveness, trust in principles of religion, celibacy, silence, steadiness, forgiveness, and fearfulness are the 12 primary disciplinary principles. These are all yamas. Internal cleanliness, external cleanliness, chanting the holy names of the Lord, austerity, sacrifice, faith, hospitality, worship of me, visiting holy places, acting and desiring only for the supreme interest, satisfaction, and service to the supreme spiritual master are the full elements of regular prescribed duties. These are niyamas. These 24 elements bestow all desired benedictions upon those persons who devotedly cultivate them. All these things will increase sattva actually. For how these things are helpful for us to develop Dhrishraddha, one to be in the mode of goodness. For that, in that way, these are all useful. Okay, I will read. Okay, these are all also not much is given in the comment. So these cultivation of these things, I already explained previously. These people are this cultivation of these things helpful for these people also, and these people also. Both. It will ultimately keep heart in mode of goodness. All these practices, and then so that one can easily enter into pure devotion, or otherwise jnana yoga also. शमोमन्निष्ठता बुद्धेर्दम इंद्रिय संयम तितिक्षा दुःख सम्मर्शो जिह्वोपस्थजयो धृतिः दण्डन्यासः परं दानं कामत्यागः तपस्मृतं स्वभावविजयः शौर्यं सत्यं च समदर्शनम् अन्यच्च सुनृता वाणी कविभिः परिकीर्तिता कर्म स्वं कर्म स्वं कर्म स्वसंगम शौचम त्याग संन्यास उच्यते धर्म इष्टम धनम नृणाम यज्ञोहम भगवत्तमः दक्षिणाज्ञान संदेशः प्राणायाम परम बलम. Absorbing the intelligence in me constitutes mental equilibrium and complete discipline of the senses is self-control. Tolerance means patiently enduring unhappiness. And steadfastness occurs when one conquers the tongue and genitals. The greatest charity is to give up all aggression towards others. And renunciation of lust is understood to be real austerity. Real heroism is to conquer one's natural tendency to enjoy material life. And reality is seeing the Supreme Personality of Godhead everywhere. Truthfulness means to speak the truth in a pleasing way, as declared by great sages. Cleanliness is detachment in fruitive activities, whereas renunciation is the sannyasa order of life. The true desirable wealth for human beings is religiousness, and I, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, am sacrifice. A religious remuneration is devotion to the Acharya with the purpose of acquiring spiritual instructions. And the greatest strength is the pranayama, system of breath control. Each one is being defined here. Shamaha, Damaha, Tapaha. So, very hard. What is Samaha? Now, the unique qualities of other items. Unique qualities of other items which are different from the definitions given by other teachers and which are to be accepted by persons performing sadhana are described until the end of this chapter. We have seen yamas and niyamas, and also we are all going to see what are 12 yamas and 12 niyamas, and we are going to see various other things. Sadhakanam upadeyan shamadin acharyantar vailakshena lakshayati. So sadhakas, they practice these things. So now all those things shama dama, and now they are being defined here. Now the unique qualities of other items which are different from the definitions given by other teachers and which are to be accepted by persons performing sadhana are described. So these definitions also is giving. What is Shamaha is going to explain Krishna. Other acharyas, they didn't define like this, but he is going to define now. So what is Shamaha? What is Dhamma? Shamaha means Mannishtata Buddhihi. So steady intelligence in, meaning fixing intelligence in Lord. So steadiness of intelligence. Steadiness of intelligence. In where? In Lord. Is known as Shamaha. Other Acharya Shamaha, like Patanjali, if you see, Patanjali definition of Shamaha will be different. So also some other Acharyas, they have their various definitions. But here Krishna is defining what is Shamaha. Fixing intelligence in me. And what is Damaha? Damaha means control of one's own senses. And also here one more thing. Mere peace without intelligence fixed in the Lord is rejected in Shamaha. Generally people, Ashtanga yogis, they also do have meanings of Shamaha. As per their school, so they're simply, Shamaha means control of mind. No, importantly, is telling that fixing mind in Lord. So, or fixing intelligence in Lord. This is a specific definition given by the Lord. But other acharyas, they give in a normal way. Why Lord gave like this? Because normal way of simply keeping mind calm is not just sufficient actually. Mere peace without intelligence fixed in the Lord is, so that means without fixing in the Lord, just having peace in the mind is is what? Is rejected actually. Dhamma means controlling senses. Simply controlling senses is not real. But Dhamma means control of one's own senses. Without controlling one's senses, one cannot hope to control one's disciples or others. Dhamma means controlling of senses. Titiksha means dukkha sammarsho. So titisha means tolerance. Tolerance means tolerance of suffering prescribed by the scriptures or tolerance of suffering from other beings. That is Adi Dayuga, Adi Bhautika, who are disrespectful. Other items such as tolerating suffering from cold and heat are foolish. Tolerance means simply tolerating heat and cold is no. Tolerance means tolerance of suffering prescribed by the scriptures.
Oji, one thing. This control of senses is there, mentioned, Dhamma. Without controlling one's senses, one cannot hope to control one's disciple. This is as Rubu Sainpad mentions in first verse. Na?
Yes, yes, yes.
So then controlling senses generally people may become very harsh. So what should be the outcome? Because generally we have seen those jnanis, when they control their senses, they become very harsh, or the Rudra reside in their heart. So how they can control others? Because then it will be like, what do you mean by controlling senses? How should be the outcome?
Paravamaneanotasya dukkasya shastrayukasya dukkasya vasa. So here, so Indriya Samyama. Dhamma means what? Indriya Samyama. So controlling senses. Controlling senses of Shishya. Generally, we always do controlling of senses means whose senses we control. We do control senses of our children, our brother, younger brother. So here, that means they are all Shishyas. Husband controls wife senses. Wife controls senses of children. Elder children controls the senses of younger children. So here, controlling senses of others is not the meaning here. Controlling senses of his own. Swaindriya damanam vina swasishyadi damanam hasyaspadameva. Without controlling own senses, controlling senses of others is a laughing stuff. So Indriya, Dhamma means what? Controlling senses. Who's controlling? Whose senses? His own. That is the meaning we should take here. That's why Dhamma means, so Indriya Samyamaha. When Vishwanath is clarifying, whose Indriyas? One's own Indriyas. Teachers also, they control the senses of students in the schools, colleges. But they don't have any control on their own senses. It's simply a laughing stuff. That is. Next, titiksha. Titiksha means tolerance. Just tolerating heat and cold is not really titiksha. Titiksha means if someone insult you, then whatever pain is coming, that if you tolerate, then this is titiksha. And whatever the pain coming as per Shastra, Shastic prescription. So tolerating that is really titiksha, not just controlling or tolerating heat and cold. Next, jihopastha jayaha, controlling tongue and genitals. So, jihopasthasya jayam vina anyatra dhirata vyartha. Without controlling jihva and upastha, without controlling jihva and upastha, genitals. So, all other means are all, even if you control all other things, are just a waste of time. You control your mind and your those so many other things, tongue and sing, no, not tongue. Without controlling tongue, even if you restrain your senses and mind from some things, it's a useless. That uncontrolled tongue will definitely make one to fall from, and his control on all other things will be finished very soon. Next, dandanyasaha. Bhutamatraseva drohatyagaha. So, dandanyaasa means dand ko छोड़ना. यानी कोई भी whatever living entity, so don't harm, not harming any living entity, is known as dandanyasa. Control on danda or living. So living means living, danda means not doing droha to any living entity. Not just only my humans, I will not do harm, but others I can do. No, other living entities I don't care. Then that is not right. That is not dandanyasa. That is not leaving danda. So next, danam. Danam means simply giving money is not danam. Na kimapi bhogapeksha. Danam danarpana matram tu na kimapi bhogapeksha. Bhogopeksha. What is this danam? Charity. Charity means giving up violence to all living entities, not just giving. It's wrong actually. This dandanyasa means giving up violence towards all living entities. Charity means not just giving money, but charity means इस इंग्लिश में पूरा गड़बड़ है. So dana means danarpana matram tu na, not just giving money is not dana. Kimapi bhogopeksha, leaving some enjoyment is danam actually. So kimapi bhogo upeksha, so you have something to enjoy, leaving that is danam actually, not simply giving money to others. Giving up enjoyment is danam. Next, what is tapaha? Doing vrata on Ekadasi and Kartika is known as tapaha. Not just giving pain to body is not tapaha. Swiya pandityadi vikyapanam pruchyadi swabha. Swiya pandityadi vikyapanam tasya swabhavikayoho kamakrodhadyascha rajassamayosya bhavasya vijaya. Next what? Next danam kamatyagaha tapaha swabhava vijaya. Okay, you can see all these things. I am going further. You can read from translations. I'll finish this chapter. Give me another 10 minutes. भोगो म ऐश्वरो भावो लाभो मद्भक्तिरुत्तमः विद्यात्मनि विदा बाधो जिगुप्सा ह्रीरकर्मसु श्रीगुरु गुण नैरपेक्षाद्या सुखम दुःख सुखात्ययः दुःखं काम सुखापेक्षा पंडितो बन्धमोक्षवित् मूर्खो देहाद्यहं बुद्धिः पंता मन्निगम स्मृतः उत्पतश्चित्तविक्षेपः स्वर्गः सत्त्वगुणोदयः नरकस्तमो उन्नाहो बन्धुर्गुरुरहं सखे गृहं शरीरं मानुष्यं गुणाढ्यो ह्याढ्य उच्यते दरिद्रो यस्त्वसन्तुष्ट कृपणो योजितेन्द्रियः गुणेष्वसक्तधीरीशो गुणसङ्गो विपर्ययः एत उद्धव ते प्रश्ना सर्वे साधु निरूपिता किं वर्णितेन बहुना लक्षणं गुणदोषयोः गुणदोषादृशिर्दोषो गुणस्तु भयवर्जितः गुणस्तु भयवर्जितः. Actual opulence is my own. Huh? Actual opulence is my own nature as personality of Godhead, through which I exhibit the six unlimited opulences. The supreme gain in life is devotional service to me, and actual education is nullifying the false perception of duality within the soul. Real modesty is to be distinguished with improper activities, and duty is to possess good qualities such as detachment. Real happiness is to transcend material happiness and unhappiness, and real misery is to be implicated in searching for sex pleasure. A wise man is one who knows the process of freedom from bondage, and a fool is one who identifies with his material body and mind. The real path in life is that which leads to me, and the wrong path is sense gratification by which consciousness is bewildered. Actual heaven is the predominance of the modes of goodness, whereas hell is predominance of ignorance. I am everyone's true friend, acting as the spiritual master of the entire universe, and one's home is the human body. My dear friend Uddhava, one who is enriched with good qualities is actually said to be rich, and one who is unsatisfied in life is actually poor. A rich person is one who cannot control his senses, whereas one who is not attached to sense gratification is a real controller. One who attaches himself to sense gratification is the opposite, a slave. Thus, Uddhava, I have elucidated all of the matters about which you inquired. There is no need for a more elaborate description of these good and bad qualities, since to constantly see good and bad is itself a bad quality. Note this point. Guna dosha drushi doshaha. The best quality is to transcend material good and evil. Okay. So there are so many good and bad qualities are being explained here. You can read this. So, but I want to cover just two more points, important points here. So, in this context, guna dosha, why these good and bad qualities are explained? Is this good and bad qualities? So, always keep on lifelong seeing good and bad is right, is good actually, is bad actually. Guna dosha, what is the said? Guna dosha drushir dosha. Seeing good and bad is bad. Tad ubhayavarjitaha, not seeing good and bad is actually good. So now this thing is elaborately explained in this next chapter actually. So Uddhava is going to ask, you are saying that not to see good and bad is the good. But Shastra is telling, is explaining good and bad. And why you are saying contradictory way? What is the meaning of seeing, not seeing good and bad? So then the whole chapter covers that, 20th chapter. So why good and bad should not be seen? Tell me, you already learned this 20th chapter. Who will not see good and bad actually? Who will stop seeing good and bad?
Prabhuji, who is beyond the modes?
Who is that?
So those who are in Shuddha Bhakti, as you said, they will be beyond the modes here.
That means in this diagram, from here onwards,
Yes.
they don't see good and bad. So the Gunadosha Drishi is not there. Why? What they do? They are doing 24 hours direct devotion, and whatever comes in their life, everything they take it as a mercy of the Lord only. Nothing bad for them. If let us example, a pure devotee's son is died, he will not see it's a bad actually. It is also mercy of the Lord. So like that, everything he takes in the favor of the bhakti. And what is his consciousness? Is Krishna consciousness all the time doing? So direct devotion. Whatever good and bad, if he see, only to set an example to the society. But for his bhakti's sake, seeing good and bad is necessary. For practicing his pure devotion, is it necessary? Not at all. So, but actually seeing good and bad is necessary for whom? Yes, Prabhu. Who is-
He's talking, I think.
Yes, yes, sir.
Sorry,
So,
sorry.
okay. So who will see? Who has to see good and bad? Has to see.
I think those who have to correct others. How?
Huh?
Or
This diagram, tell me.
those who are here in Iskcon
Below
Karma.
Drid Shraddha.
Huh?
Good and bad, Prabhuji, means those, as you means Vidhi Nished, those who are following and who are going to Dridha Bhakti, Dridha Shraddha, so till the time the Guna Dosh will be there.
So those who are
This neophytes and Karma Mishra Bhakta and Niskam Karma Yoga and again Gyan Yogi.
this karma. Who are doing karma, they have to see good and bad. What about jnanis? In their practice, seeing good and bad is there or not?
Is there, Prabhuji?
How?
Neti is there, na?
They do cultivate sattva guna. Jnanis means what? They are practicing amanitvam, adambitvam, ahimsa, kshanti, rajyavam. All good qualities. Means they are having the seeing of good and bad. People who are here. Yes or no? Yes. Yes, yes, Sakshat. Yes.
Yes, Prabhuji, like in last 20th chapter explained, na, Gyanis,
Yeah,
till the
Jnanis
time
also. Yeah,
they also see till the time they come vijnanam. Because till
yeah,
that
yeah.
time, if they have some fall,
Yes,
then they
yes,
have to
yes.
see what is right, what is not wrong,
Yes.
right, and then they have
Yeah,
to
yeah.
see that.
What is, Saptaguna, how it can increase. They have. And these people also having the good and bad seeing. And what only those who are in the pure devotion, they don't. They don't see good and bad. Okay, we'll end here. Our these qualities we can read out. Good.
Prabhuji, this creates many time confusion also, na?
Huh?
Like
Prabhu?
somebody sees the good and bad, and somebody does not see the good and bad in the
Huh.
same person. In the same person, somebody sees good and bad, and some does
Like,
not see. Like somebody has done something wrong.
huh.
Somebody is seeing good and bad, and somebody else is thinking, okay, not to see good and bad, try to engage him in bhakti,
Huh.
purify him through bhakti, and somebody is seeing that good and bad. So it happens many times.
You are telling our devotional committee, devotees
Yes,
community.
yes, yes, yes.
So see, how to deal this thing, I am telling. In devotee community, how to organize this thing, I am explaining. Already, I think I explained. I don't know. So, in devotees community, seeing good and bad is required or not?
Yes, required.
Arjun,
Ah,
required.
yes.
Yes. Till what stage is required? Till the stage one who get drashata. After getting drashata also, do we need to see good and bad or not? Yes. Why? To set an example to the society. But for he will never see seeing good and bad is helpful for his bhakti. Seeing good and bad is not at all required for doing bhakti. So the bhakti. Seeing good and bad means varnashrama dharma, simply. That means Shastra is telling something is good and something is bad. That means something should be done and something should not be done. That is simply varnashrama dharma. So that's why you should take good and bad. Seeing good and bad is nothing but varnashrama dharma. Varnashrama dharma is required to enter into pure devotion. Seeing good and bad is required to enter into pure devotion. But for practicing pure devotion, there is no need of any seeing good and bad. So that's why in our community devotees, whether they should see good and bad or not, in bhakti perspective, they should not see. But to maintain society, there is a need to see good and bad. Like even two people are there. Some devotee, he is having some bad character, but he is in the pure devotion. Bad character means some like uncleanliness and something like that. So some bad habits. So these bad habits, definitely having this, but he has Dhrushraddha. These bad habits, nothing important actually. Seeing that bad, someone who is doing 24 hours Krishna consciousness, devotion in Krishna consciousness, service in Krishna consciousness, they are doing. So in that person, some bad nature is there, something like some kind of anger, is getting always anger. So it's a bad thing. So do you need to see that? Actually, and is he need to correct that? Actually, there is no need. Provided because he has full faith in bhakti, bhakti will cover it. What is the need of the seeing that? Working on that. But to set an example to the society. So he has to be corrected by his superior. Otherwise, people who are not in pure devotion, they will be take it for granted and they will also develop same kind of nature, imitate or adapt same kind of nature. Then they will be into the mode of passion because they have no drushaddha and they will fall down. You are understanding? Arjun Prabhu. Others?
Yes, true.
Arjun Prabhu. Clear? Explain
Prabhuji,
what you understand.
it becomes quite distant as you're mentioning, means a setting example, because when we take decisions, we take among devotees only. It does not go so much out.
Hmm? So
And
setting example should be set to the devotees who are neophytes. You're understanding? How can you say everyone is in a Dridashraddha? So that's why now what is that? Irrespective of your Dridashraddha or not, everyone should follow good and bad. So, but what is the consciousness is different. Who are in the Shraddha, they are doing that without any Shraddha, and those who are not having the Shraddha, they are doing with Shraddha. That's all. That means seeing good and bad should be there, but faith should not be there. Faith means it is necessary for my devotion. Such a faith should not be there. Simple. Is it clear now?
Yes. But if he has done something wrong, so then he has to improve upon that. So that becomes his
He
focus.
should be punished. Even he is a devotee, he is a pure devotee, he should be punished. And while taking that punishment, what is his consciousness? What is the consciousness of the person who gives punishment? He is also so see that this punishment is not going to correct him. What is going to correct him? Bhakti only can correct him. But why he is giving punishment then? So just to not to allow so freely. Neophytes also now will do the same mistake as a granted actually. And then day by day the society will become so diluted and everything is finished then. No standards. Sahaja society it will become. So that's why punishment should be given. So let us take some pure devotee did some mistake. Something happened, some bad thing happened. Or some correction is needed. Should be done or not? Should be done. So through the punishment, correction is done. This punishment is going to rectify or purify him. This is not the consciousness of the person who is giving punishment. Also, the person who is taking also being a aspirant or being a pure devotee of the Lord, this punishment is not going to rectify or like price chitta karma is not going to clean your heart. Some punishment is not going to purify heart. My heart will be purified by bhakti only. If Shraddha in bhakti will be there as it is, then why he will follow? Punishment, why he takes? He has to set an example to society, otherwise it will become so cheap. But people who are not in such a level of faith, people who doesn't have, for them punishment is needed actually. So to set example for them, he has to take, he will take. He will cooperate for taking punishment. He will not say that I am pure devotee, I am doing devotion, why you are giving punishment? He will not say like that. This is not good actually. Then you are opening gates for the all nonsense. Then neophytes also will see you, will quote you as an example. He did some bad thing and still there is no punishment, and why you are giving punishment to me? And also karmis also will come and pretend like a devotee and do all nonsense in your society. So that's why you have to have the rules in your devotion society also based upon varna and ashrama only. But only thing is faith should not be there. Otherwise society will collapse. Very soon society will collapse. Okay? Sakshi Prabhu, yes.
Prabhuji,
Yes.
this devotee is about Dhrad Shraddha.
Uh.
So he sets an example. Like
Uh.
we are discussing Shuddh Bhakti
Yeah.
definition in the evening classes. Parahimsa, Parastri, and Paradhan. So that is
Yeah.
Vishnu Puran quoted. So
Yes,
this
yes, yes.
is what standard, which whatever his habits is having, it's not breaking of those principles, right? This is like
Yes, yes.
what you
Sinful things
mentioned
he
about,
should not do. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, it's not sinful, but it's like
Some getting anger or something
yes,
like that.
it's a simple habit, simple bad habit.
Yeah, yeah, simple bad habits. Of course. Yeah. That's true. So we discussed already. So Veda Dukkhatmakan Kaman. So that Kaman means apapakaraha. So pure devotee will not do sinful things. Sinful desires might be having, but he will not do sinful acts. Definitely. Some kind of like aggression, showing aggression, and suddenly raise होना किसी के ऊपर, properly respect नहीं देना, ये सब such a things, not in a disciplined way. Yes, Professor.
Prabhuji,
Yeah.
like Chakravartipad writes in the commentary of this Mam Choyo Vicharena Bhakti Yogana Sevate Sagunan Samaditans Brahma Boyai Kalpate.
Yeah.
So there he writes that this is sadhana bhakti, where a person is becoming gunatit at the entry level of Shraddha. So if somebody is in a gunatita, then aggression and becoming angry. Example, Prabhupada quotes about Dhruv Maharaj, where his brother is killed, and then he goes to the Yaksha's kingdom, and there he's becoming angry. Prabhupada, right? This is like one should not think that a pure devotee cannot become angry. So that was the case where his brother was killed. He was showing aggression, but in general in society, how can a
But
person?
can I add a comment for that
Yes, yes,
before
Prabhuji.
going to next? So in the case of Dhruva Maharaj, being a pure devotee, how he is getting anger and how he is becoming victim of all revenge mentality. They're actually here. Prabhupada writes actually in that purport. As a duty, he writes, as a duty he is doing this. But his heart is not inflicted by revenge mentality. No.
Yes, Prabhuji.
So
I've read
yeah.
it too.
Yeah,
Matlab,
only to certain, because being a king, if even his brother is killed and but he is not retaliating for that, then all other enemies also take so cheaply about him. Then they will completely destroy their kingdom. So that's why he has to, being a king, it's a duty to retaliate. So those who do harm his family member, that's his duty actually. So that is only Varnashrama level of the consciousness, and that is not at all, he is not at all having any kind of dependency on that for his devotion. So it is for setting an example, comes under that only. So like that, we should take.
yes, yes, yes. So in that case, it's like that he's becoming aggression is valid there. I've read that
Yeah.
Prabhupada said there. But in
Yeah.
general, some devotee becoming aggressive in the devotee
Yeah.
community.
Yeah.
So that if somebody is a gunatita, like in case of Drumara is setting standard so that he has a post
Yeah,
position.
his case is different. That is very
Yeah.
advanced. He is.
But here,
Yes.
if in general some devotee is not having any post or any position, but is at level of Dhrita Shraddha, then when is it he is becoming angry or something like that? Is it justified?
Yeah, this sentence. No? So he, so that's when people who entered into the pure devotion, he knows actually this is not good, and he is having strong determination to transit. He has full faith on bhakti, because why I am saying this? So there is a one comparison is coming in Bhakti Sandarbha. Those people by nature, they have mode of goodness and they are very good in the character, but they don't have any devotion. And people by nature, they have some kind of bad character, but they have Dhrudha Shraddha. Because you see, character will not is not a stopper to have Dhrudha Shraddha. So whatever your contamination or whatever, that means Sukruta, Dushkruta, Anarthas, those are not going to stop developing of Dhrudha Shraddha. Dhrudha Shraddha can be stopped only by aparadas. Otherwise, one can associate pure devotee, and by their mercy, even a bad character person also can get Dhrudha Shraddha. So that means now he is in Dhrudha Shraddha, but his character is which he doesn't want actually. Like example, Dukkho Darkan Veda Dukkhatmakan Kaman. Parityagi Anishwaraha. So you can ask the same question. There also, why he is enjoying the material things if he is in the transcendental platform? So the point is what? Till the Anishtita Bhajana, till these Sukruta Anardas are not finished, you will be seeing these anomalies, but where the devotee is repenting for that. Garhayan, for this bad character also, he is feeling bad actually. You're understanding?
Yes, Prabhu.
The punya and papa, whatever is there, that will be finished after anartha-nivritti only. But that whatever punya and papa he did, good and bad characters, all will go. His enviousness, jealousy might be there. Some jealousy, someone beside to him is becoming so more famous in devotionally. This person is also Androshata, but because of his bad character in the previously dushkruta karma, he got enviousness. This enviousness, he knows this is wrong. I am feeling enviousness and I want to be out from this, but not able to stop. And immediately getting the feeling, oh, what is this? Nothing, yeah. This like that. थोड़ा सा वो मन में ऐसा feeling आता है उनका. But he while that also he feel, this is I am doing wrong. This is not correct. So like that, at some level it will be there till anartha nivritti.
Okay, Prabhu. Thank you.
Yeah. Any questions? Okay, you will hand here. Already you turned off. Arjun Prabhu.
Yes, thank you very much.
Will hand. Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you for all of you. We'll meet. Maybe your course will be over. So, congratulations.
We are here to hear.
Acha. Okay, I may come actually with some courses. So if there any course is there, so please let me know to take course.
You
Only
can
one
take
more remaining. Whole 12th canto is remaining.
12th canto.
In 11th canto also there are 1 chapters. It's like 21st chapter will start now.
You can have Bhakti Sandarbha course. Bro.
Yeah, I will do something actually like that. Bhakti Sandarbha or something. Some course. Maybe for interested students. So I will do that. Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
So, Prabhuji, we are
Srila
very
Prabhu.
thankful and grateful to you for giving these 2 days Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur commentaries and making it understand thoroughly with the transcendental diagram and explaining many doubts. And for all the times, like you have also recorded some lectures, it's very nice. I personally heard some recordings, so it was quite beneficial. So we request all the devotees, so we'll chant one time Hare Krishna wholeheartedly for Prabhuji. Hare Krishna,
Thank you.
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
This Monday onward, Prabhuji, we have 21 chapter starting this Monday. Madhu Gopal is taking.
Hare Krishna. I